Seriously, I cannot understand a single word you're saying.
Sam Harris has been getting into fights with all his old friends, and apparently he decided he had enough of it. And remember, like, also, Sam Harris was the first to sort of pioneer, I'm going to say horrible things, but I'm going to say them.
I'm a hysterical man, but I'm actually saying things calmly, so it's intellectualism.
Measured way that makes them seem both thoughtful and reasonable. The idea that I am reducing an entire religion down to their extremist parts and basically saying that if we don't do something soon, we are going to be overwhelmed and overtaken by all of them.
That was amazing.
You know, remember, Brett Weinstein's whole thing is like, I got fired, and I don't even got fired.
Are you sure?
3 or so students decided to disrupt the class that I was holding that morning and demand my resignation.
This is not about you.
I'm talking about this is all about him.
On terms of white privilege. This is not a discussion. You have lost that one.
You said some racist. I did apologize? I did not.
I think he may have quit, like, because my job at this college, you know,
And that has caused them to imagine that I have no right to speak, that I am harming students by the very act of teaching them.
It's not telling people of color useless. You're useless. Get the out.
History could pivot in the direction of the values that you are standing here for.
Yeah, resign.
What?
Resign.
You're not resigning.
Go out. Yeah, you're going to go.
you know, you had basically a Jordan Peterson story.
Tell me more.
The campus police apparently showed up outside of the classroom. The protesters then blocked their entrance. I did not call the police. Someone else called the police, and they were concerned for my safety. But when they tried to come into the building to make sure that I was okay, the protesters blocked them. And because the issue of policing is so sensitive at the moment, the police had to run around and find another entrance to the building to get inside and check with me.
He had a problem with diversity requirements that the teachers union agreed to. And
This whole story is so over the top that even though we do a lot of these, it's hard for me to believe it's real. So the core demand is that all people of your skin color leave the campus.
I said this was the start of the slippery slope to, you know, sort of Maoism.
Authoritarianism. Yeah, exactly. Here's Brett Weinstein and his
wife, Heather.
And their pets.
Yeah.
Hyena.
I wanted to point out, there's something that you've heard me say it many times, I think I've said it quite a number of times on Dark Horse, that if you say something that is wrong, right, if you get something wrong, the process of admitting that you got it wrong is very painful for all of us. But some of us are good at it. Why are we good at it? Because the pain that you experience in publicly having to reverse yourself is such a tiny fraction of the burden that comes to you if you refuse to correct it, that it's a bargain. Mm-hmm. Expensive as it is.
Pause it for 1 second. I just want to make it clear how sociopathic of what he's saying here is.
We're listening.
But what he's saying here is that the reason why you apologize publicly is because it is a great way to basically, it's trade-off.
Really? Really?
You deal with a lot less hassle, and so you don't have to be harassed. As opposed to, like, your integrity is a function of you're getting things right or wrong. But you know, everything is a calculus for this guy because he's literally looking at a ledger.
That it's a bargain. Mm-hmm. Expensive as it is, it's a bargain.
It's good
right?
business
If you do it
decision.
all the time, people will correctly infer that you're not doing thinking very well because you're constantly having to correct yourself. But if you do your work well so that you don't have to correct yourself that often, and then you do correct yourself when you need to, that actually increases people's trust in you because they know why you're trustworthy, which is that you'll fix it if you got it wrong, and you'll alert them.
All right, let's listen to that again.
But what he's saying here is that the reason why you apologize publicly is because it is a great way to to basically, it's trade-off. It's trade-off.
That actually increases people's trust in you because they know why you're trustworthy, which is that you'll fix it if you got it wrong, and you'll alert them.
You deal with a lot less hassle. To be harassed, as opposed to like your integrity is a function of you're getting things right or wrong. But everything is a calculus for this guy because he's literally looking at a ledger. When you need to, that actually increases people's trust in you because they know why you're trustworthy, which is that you'll fix it if you got it wrong, and you'll alert them, right? There it is.
Seriously, I cannot understand a single word you're saying.